Hey traders, Jason here from Levitt Brothers. So the name of this video is all about commodities, but I'm gonna use commodities to make a point. The whole commodities theme is actually just a vehicle for making a point, which I'm going to make at the end of the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some trades. These are all trades that we had at Levitt Brothers, all stocks, all charts that were profiled: gold, silver, copper, aluminum, oil. These are all trades that were profiled at Levitt Brothers. And then at the end, I'm gonna wrap it all together, and I'm gonna make a point. So like all these charts are gonna, they're just serving as a vehicle for making an important point, which I'm gonna make at the end. All right, so let's go through some of these. All right, so aluminum stocks were doing really well, and so we didn't play Alcoa, but we played Cenex here, Century Aluminum. You can see it came down, rallied over here in December, came down, based for a couple months, and then broke out, and you could see that it has done really well. It has served us good. Gold stocks obviously have done very well. You probably know this. If you're watching this, you know this because you're paying close attention. So AEM came out of a base, rallied up, consolidated for a couple weeks, and then broke out again just above 57. It remains a live trade for us. AGI, similar setup, came out of a base, came up here mid-March, consolidated for a few weeks, and then broke out. It also is a live trade for us. BTG, another one that is a live trade, came off a low, faded back, formed a resistance level here at 2.7. You can see it moved up over here, came down and tested 2.7, and then moved up again. It is also a live trade. EXK moved, steady down, moved up. Lots of strong volume bars here. Consolidated here, consolidated further, and then broke out and has run up very nicely. It's also a live trade. Hecla came off a base, consolidated, moved up. So a little bit of a broken record because a lot of these charts are, look the same, but of course, because they're in the same group and they're commodities, so they tend to move somewhat together. They're not completely. There's going to be some differences in management and business models, but for the first move, they're all participating in similar fashion. Pan American Silver came off a low, consolidated for a couple weeks, and then ran up. This one is also a live trade for us. ERO, so this is a copper stock. Came out of a base here, a little bit sloppy. So it came, higher high here. So, broke out here, came down and tested the 50, higher high. Another resistance level formed and then broke out and has done really well overall if you can stomach some of the volatility. HBM is another stock that is live for us right now. It is another copper stock, broke out. It took a few days of consolidation, then it broke out again, and today it's up about 8%. Kamiko, this is an industrial metal stock. Another one that, very sloppy base here, as you can see, but eventually broke out and has done fairly well for us. All right, now we're going to get into some oil names. Oil is doing really well. APA based here, triple bottom, came out. Resistance level here, moved up, came down, tested the 21, moved up again, and our target was 36, which was hit yesterday. CVE came off a low, consolidate, just under 16.5 there. Another consolidation pattern over in here, which it broke out and has steadily moved up. You don't normally get this. Okay, this is the type of stock that has gone past our target, but because oil was doing really well, I was advising people just trail it with a stop. You have no idea how far this is going. Normally you get a move, consolidation move, take profit at a target, and you move on. But with the oil stocks, they just kept going and going. So I said, hey, you can take some money off the table, or you can just trail it and see how much you can get. Marathon Oil came out of a base. You can see like double, triple bottom, however you want to read it. Consolidation pattern here up in the 24, 25 range, and you can see it steadily moved up. This is a live trade for us. Oxy, another one that did fairly well, came out of a base there, moved up, consolidated with resistance level, and then steadily moved up. There was a little bit of a shakeout there. If you used a loose stop, still in it. A couple more here. Phillips 66, pretty good quality name. So moved up, consolidated, broke out, another consolidation pattern, moved up, not doing well today, down 2%, but overall has done really well since breaking out right here at 150. Next up, Pioneer Natural Resources. These guys are getting acquired by ExxonMobil. Nice base, broke out, steady, steady, steady. It doesn't get any better than that. Rig, cheaper stock, moves slower. Okay, came out of a base, consolidated here, and you can see how it got comfortable above these 8 and the 21 moving average, and then steadily moved up above the 8. And only today was the first time it moved below the 8. So steady performer, has did really well for us. And one more, ExxonMobil. I mean, you don't normally get such a big and steady move from the largest oil company out there, but this has been incredible. Stock has moved from 100, the low 100s, all the way. You got a 20% move in 6 weeks, which is amazing. All right, so what's the purpose here? These stocks have all done well. Aluminum, gold, silver, copper, oil, industrial metals, all done well. The point I want to make is that the exact details of your trading strategy are secondary. The important thing is knowing what sandbox to play in the first place. Okay, these groups have done really well. I just said oil, gold, silver, oil, etc. I've said them a couple times. These groups were doing really well, so it was pretty easy to go inside the groups and just buy stocks. Okay, the exact details of your trading strategy are secondary to just knowing where to fish in the first place. If you understand my analogy, okay, if you apply a really, really good, sound, time-tested strategy to a tech stock when tech stocks aren't doing well versus apply a so-so trading strategy to a stock in a group that's doing very, very well, you're much more likely to make money with the so-so strategy in the best performing group. Okay, so number one is market conditions. Right now the market conditions are good but not great. But there are definitely some groups that are very obviously standing out as places that you want to fish. And you should be spending your time there. Again, the exact details of a trading strategy are secondary. I'm not going to say they're irrelevant, but they're secondary to first making sure you're fishing in the right place. If you're not fishing in the right place, the greatest trading strategy in the world is still going to struggle. Okay? But if you're fishing in the right place, all the details of your trading strategy really don't matter that much. As long as you have a somewhat of an okay strategy, that's good enough as long as you're playing in the right place. I hope you remember that. Hope you're always asking yourself, what are the leading groups right now? Those are the groups I need to be playing in because that's where you're going to get the easier trades, the less stressful trades, less fake move trades. Those are the ones where you're going to get better moves, bigger moves, steadier moves, versus groups that are not doing well. So I'd rather trade a pretty good stock from a great group than a great stock that's just acting on its own. All right, we'll see you next time.